It's coffee break. Ooh, way better this time around.
Yeah. Sorry we didn't have it on Sunday. You know, things happen. We feel down.
Things did happen.
Not in the mood. Stuff happens.
Yeah. Sat on the couch a lot.
It was just a whole weekend. Like a bit of a whirlwind for us. But
Yep.
here we are, back in the saddle.
We're okay. We're fine. Don't worry about us. We just needed a little break off of yesterday.
Which I think it's natural for people to people should take breaks. It's not healthy for people to commit so hard too much to any one thing, even if it's something you're really passionate about and really love.
I learned this about masturbation. This
Only the classiest of podcasts found at Coffee Break.
We haven't done a Monday recording since, oh my god, the beginning.
Yeah. We've been pretty on top of things, recording on Sundays.
Yep, or recording Sundays and uploading Mondays.
Yeah, but that's usually an internet problem at that point.
Yeah, but we figured that one out.
Yeah. It's honestly stupidly easy once you figure it out. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, my life is infinitely easier over a tiny little thing.
And if you guys are new, or you don't remember, the issue was how you're formatting it and you're exporting.
Yep. What is it, like .h6?
No, it's H.246.
Yeah.
64.
Versus doing an MPEG. Or MPEG? No.
What was I doing? MP4?
Was it? I think that's what, I don't remember.
Anyway, it's that H.264.
It's just so much faster.
It uploads faster to YouTube.
So much easier.
Just recommendation if you're doing that. Okay, so it wasn't that eventful this week.
Yeah. A couple of important things to discuss, though.
Yeah, and the first one is Bruce Willis, the actor known for Die Hard.
Yep, the Christmas classic.
Fast and the Furious.
Is he? No, he's not. You're making fun of me because because you mentioned this to me before, and I was like, I made like some stupid Fast and Furious joke, and I totally forgot that's not Bruce Willis.
You know what's funny? Today I was listening to a podcast and they brought up the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And the other person, she didn't know, and she was like, "Is he from Fast and the Furious?"
They all look the same. They all look the same.
Their rebuttal was the same rebuttal I gave you, and I was like, "Yeah, he looks like Vin Diesel for sure."
Listen, just like older white dudes with bald, like they all kind of look the same.
Okay, we're gonna move on past that. Bruce Willis is retiring from acting after he revealed he's suffering from aphasia. I didn't really know what this affliction is, so I had to look it up. I'm gonna paraphrase here. Symptoms vary. Aphasia affects people's ability to speak and comprehend language. Speech, reading, writing, and the ability to listen can be affected. It often occurs suddenly after a stroke, brain injury, damaged parts involved in the brain that affect language expression and comprehension. I almost said that so bad.
The word comprehension?
I almost said comprehension.
Just at that moment where you or your brain just stops and you're like, just do it. Just say something.
It can get worse over time and can become dementia.
So I'm glad we're catching this early on.
Yeah.
I hope he gets better. But also, like, I feel like he was around the corner to just retiring soon anyway. Like, I think this is just pushed forward something that was just, like, gonna happen soon enough anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope he gets better. I hope he can figure this out. Hope he lives long, happy, healthy life. And he can tackle this in the best way he can.
He seems happy right now.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's fine, and he's got enough money.
Yeah.
He's got a big enough family that he's going to be fine. Don't worry about him.
Mm-hmm.
Just enjoy his movies and know that he took the bigger step there and said, hey, I'm going to have issues down the line. I might as well stop now and work on myself.
Good for you, Bruce Willis. Thanks for everything.
Yeah. Die Hard is still a Christmas movie.
Yep.
Fight me if you don't think so. Estelle Harris, known for playing roles as Mrs. Potato Head in Toy Story, and George Costanza's mother on Seinfeld, has sadly passed away at 93 this week.
Which is such a long life. Like, what a recognizable voice, too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could instantly catch her voice.
Yes, she had that naggy Jewish mom voice.
That high-pitched nasally, but kind of sweet. Like, like a big mom vibes. You know, she was great. You know, 93 is also a big number. Like, that's a life.
That's a whole life, yeah.
That's almost a whole ass century.
And a majority of that was acting, so.
Yeah, so, sadly missed, but fantastic career, and just seemed like a lovely person.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to report it, because if they decide to make a Toy Story 5...
God, I hope not. Oh, God, fingers crossed. That fourth one was so bad.
Not as bad as Shrek Forever.
Oof.
Okay, Oscars.
Yes. Nothing to really talk about.
But we did bring it up. Well, we didn't bring it up last episode.
We mentioned because it hadn't happened yet.
Yeah,
it was happening later that day. Yeah,
and then I started tweeting about it. Because I was like, who's watching the Oscars? None of you guys did. The only thing we watched was
what a surprise.
Will Smith walk up and slap the fuck out of Chris Rock for making a bad dad joke.
It has made so many memes. My favorite was Oscar the fish from Shark Tale slapping Marty the zebra from Madagascar.
I saw this one at work and I was like, oh my god. And of course they're DreamWorks characters too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Jada Pinkett Smith voices the hippo from Madagascar too. Jesus.
So it's already been talked at length. Everyone knows what's going on, but just throw around your idea. What do you got here?
My thoughts, you know what? I don't, like, everyone's like, I'm on this person's side. I'm on this person's side. I'm on none of y'all's side. It was a joke made in poor taste.
Okay.
It was, first of all, kind of shitty of him to bring up Will's wife when he's talking about a movie.
That cheating hoe?
Well, she wasn't in the movie. He's just talking about the tennis one that Will Smith just did, King Richard.
Oh yeah, he only won the Oscar for it, but don't worry.
Well, yeah, but she didn't. So why make a joke on her expense? Make it on Will's expense.
Because Chris Rock is a comedian.
But also, Will shouldn't have slapped him. But I think the best take I saw was someone said, "I don't give a fuck about what a millionaire did to another millionaire at the Millionaire Award show to clap millionaires on the backs for their millionaire deeds." Like, it's such an out-of-concept reality for me, and I don't really care. Like, these people live in another universe, clearly, because you can walk up and slap somebody and get well, I don't know if he should have done that, rather than jail time.
So, here's my stance, and this one's a little harsher, like all my other stances. I don't hate Will Smith.
No, I think he's a great actor.
I think he's a okay actor.
I was just about to say, let me rephrase that. I think he's a good actor. When he's good, he's great. When he's not, he's...
I love to throw this at people when they tell me he's such a great actor. And...
like, have you seen After Earth?
Why did you ruin it? I was building up to it. Okay, have you seen After Earth? If you haven't, you should. No, I'm kidding. You really shouldn't. If you're a film student or you're into filmography, anything like that, and you hadn't seen it, you should watch it because it's fucking terrible.
It's so bad. It's mind-boggling how bad it is.
And
like, from every perspective, too.
He cannot save that movie.
No.
I Am Legend, which is getting a sequel for no fucking reason.
I bet it won't now.
No, it's just gonna star Michael B. Jordan. Sorry.
Yeah. An infinitely bad actor.
Yes,
might I say?
No, he's a great actor. There are great actors out there, right?
Also, what a couple of has-beens, right? Chris and Will.
Yeah.
Like, who cares about the dad patrol? Pardon me. Now, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, I think this was staged, because after it happened, like, check out this thing Chris Rock's doing. Check out this thing Will Smith is doing. Ooh, use this publicity. And also, like, if Will actually cared, it wouldn't have been a slap. It would have been a punch.
No, he would have been arrested. The police were waiting for him on that one.
What were they?
They were.
I think it was all fucking staged.
The interesting thing there, you said that publicity stunt, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one watched the Oscars. No one watches the Oscars.
Like, the fact,
unless you got skin in the game.
Like, let's be like, who won anything?
Dune.
Dune did win a bunch of awards, but that's only because you wanted it. Like, you paid attention. Everyone else, 99% of everyone else, didn't pay attention to the Oscars. They
Who
only
doesn't
know.
like Dune?
Well, I bet a lot of people like Dune, but nobody cares about these awards anymore.
Yeah.
Except for the whatever publicity thing they're gonna say.
I thought that was interesting because it's an interesting thing to bring up because no one's talking about the Academy Awards themselves, but the incident itself.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that
everyone who is talking about it did not watch the Academy Awards.
no, they don't know a single fucking award. I don't even know what Chris Rock was fucking like presenting when that happened.
You know, that's a good question. I have no idea either.
I only have like the only other things that I have that are takeaways from the Oscars are just more like it's not about who won awards. It's about things people said that wasn't kosher necessarily.
Ricky Gervais, yeah.
Well, Ricky is funny. That was fucking hilarious.
You want to see something funny? That wasn't last year.
Wasn't it?
No, it was like 2 years ago.
Oh damn.
Oh man,
Man,
he
oh
lights
yeah.
them up.
Last year was terrible.
I mean, if I can't say that joke, that's just rude.
Well, no, like the other thing that came from this award show was the animation movies just getting completely shit on by whoever was presenting. It's like, animated movies are all for kids, and animation is just for kiddos. The kitty kid shit. Kid movies for kids. And adults have to deal with it and cry because our kids like these movies.
And you're talking about Encanto winning Best Picture.
And someone...
Animated picture, sorry.
Yes, and like the thing is, like someone, like one of the other movies up for that nomination was not a kid's animation.
Yeah.
And also someone was like, the most highest grossing animation that came out in the last year was Invincible. With, like, you know, Omni-Man and all that death.
Highest grossing?
Most popularly rated, something. It won, like top marks and something. I don't remember exactly.
Okay.
But it's like, that was one of the most popular things that happened was Invincible. And it's like, you're gonna sit there and go, animation's for just the dumb kiddos. I saw another thing about who's that one woman who's a comedian that's super not funny?
Wanda Spikes?
No.
Amy Schumer?
Yes.
Who also hosted the Academy Awards this year.
You wanna know, I actually saw this, just earlier.
Hold on. Before you go off on this, let me talk about Amy Schumer really quick.
Go for it.
She is a very unfunny comedian, and she has been caught numerous times stealing jokes from others.
She's awful. Like, legitimately awful. Not funny. Terrible.
So go ahead.
She came out just earlier today to say that she had a joke, but she had to get it got cut. And she was so sad that her joke got cut. And her joke went something like this. There was a movie that came out called Look Up. Well, I guess we can all look up, but it's hard to look down the shotgun of Alec Baldwin's barrel. And then she's like, and it's sad that I had to cut that joke out, but Will Smith slapped someone. It's like, making fucking light of a person dying is really fucking different from a person getting slapped. Like, what a fucking piece of shit, bitch.
So I'm not laughing at this. And first of all, did she say shotgun?
Yeah, she said shotgun.
Okay.
And everyone's like, it wasn't even.
It was a revolver, which is a very different gun.
She proves how fucking stupid she is. Probably doesn't even actually know what happened.
Yeah.
Honestly. She might think it was just a part of a show.
She was too busy doing that shitty Hulu show that no one's fucking watching either.
That's also super not funny. Is that the same one that has... No.
So, like, Life After Beth?
Yeah, the one with... What's his name? Michael Cera? Is that his name?
Is that who that is?
He has, like, that really ugly, patchy beard that looks like they just, like,
that
hot
might
glued,
be...
like, dog hair to his face.
I bet it's his real hair, but...
Super ugly.
Yeah, the Academy Awards is ridiculous. I'm starting to really not care. And they keep doing stupid things like this to try and get themselves hyped up again. But if that's all your awards are, then what's the point of the awards? Just do a comedy special.
Like, honestly, at this point, I think they are aware that the only people who gives a fuck about their awards are the people winning the awards.
You know what they should do? Take a page out of E3's book. We'll get there soon.
No, I think with the awards, like, it's really getting to the point where, because that used to be the big television hit. Everyone was tuning in. You gotta cut out giant time slots on your cable news or whatever. And now it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Well, who's talking about it? Does anyone give a shit?
Yeah. There's so many award shows, so many better ones where they actually are honorable and respected. But in general, the Academy Awards has overplayed and overstated itself.
Also,
and it's in dire need of being removed from office.
Also, it's all bought and paid for. I will value a Sundance Award infinitely over any fucking Oscar.
It's harder to win a Sundance.
Exactly.
You have to get in.
You just have to be a white guy who, like, knows Steven Spielberg, and you'll probably win a fucking Oscar for some stupid piece of shit. But if you actually win a Sundance Award, that's, like, fuck, it's good.
Okay. One of you guys pointed out that night, 2 Sundays ago, that one of the supporting actress roles for Best went to an actress who played some character in West Side Story.
Oh, yeah.
And I said I would never watch them again if they did this. I probably won't watch them again. I probably will talk about them every now and then.
Yeah.
Because I'm always curious, like, who wins. It's an interesting thing because it's a popularity contest, right?
It really is.
It's not much different than, say, a United States presidential election.
And honestly, the fact that...
And that's a hard truth bomb to swallow,
like,
right there.
you said that, and my brain immediately said, it's also not too different from, like, prom king and prom queen. It's like, which fucking big dick piece of shit is willing to go vote me the most?
And I don't want to get into this too much, but in America, culturally, we have this problem where if you become popular, people are going to side with you no matter how crazy you are, unless you do really crazy things.
Because they like the merit points. They like those brownie points. Like, I get to be associated with this person who has a big name you recognize.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like, you can't just go make your own name?
A part of it is it also gets so hard to make your own name because the fucking, like, academies or government or high schools, whatever the fuck it is, they focus all their attention.
Damn bureaucrats.
They focus all their fucking attention on this one popular asshole, where the popular asshole could, like, sneeze and win a talent competition. Meanwhile, the people who are trying to make their names can't get any recognition because everyone's jacking off to the fucking popular person over here so much.
Well, if they're jacking off to that person, they're probably beautiful, right?
Well, they're probably getting paid, which is another thing. If you got the money, honey, then it doesn't fucking matter how terrible your attitude is.
Sorry for how raunchy that got. My next bullet point was the Grammys.
Oh, yeah.
But they already happened, so not surprised. There's only... I'm sure you guys can tell, there's only a few categories that I actually care about, which are not televised.
There wasn't even a slap this time around.
But this time it was televised, because last week we talked about the sad passing of Hawkins, the drummer of...
Foo Fighters?
The Foo Fighters?
Yes.
The Foo Fighters were up for 3 awards in 3 separate categories and won all of them.
Yeah. And it's sad.
And they had a huge tribute to Hawkins, but... The saddest thing to me is, do they actually deserve that, or is that a hindsight award?
Is it another? Because that's the thing to me. It's like the thing that and here's the thing. I like the Foo Fighters. Mm-hmm. I like their music. Dave Grohl seems like the coolest person in the universe.
Yeah.
I would fucking kill to hang out with that guy. He seems lovely. They're great, but also, they just. Like, their drummer unfortunately passed away. And also, they just had a movie come out. And it can't help but shake the feeling that it's all just marketing, really. Less the thing about the drummer passing away. They might have done some awards for that. But more just, they have a movie. Get this award and go watch their movie. Because it makes me money, the industry.
We are not saying we hate the Foo Fighters, or we don't like them, or... This is bullshit, they don't deserve it. But it makes me wonder if who's ever in charge of the Grammys is pulling strings here to go, like, look at this tragedy, we can market it off of it, which is a very disgusting thing.
But it's disgusting, but that's the sad reality of it.
It is. I mean, every time a major musician, actor, politician passes away, right, whether it's tragically... self-induced or naturally, right?
Like even just like small, like the moment like Bob Ross passed away, they took his face and slapped it all over merch and stuff.
He has energy drinks.
Bob Ross has energy drinks?
You didn't hear about it? I don't think it succeeded well, but...
I bet not. It was gonna taste like fucking...
Oh, is this a...
It's paint,
brush?
It's paint thinner! God! It's beating the devil out of me!
It's lacquer! Yeah, and they always do this, and it's pretty disgusting to me.
And it is, and that's...
And I get it. You want to... A part of us who are not those marketing assholes go... Yes, I want to support this. Bob Ross was a great painter, and he was really influential. And the way he painted was so calm and generous. I totally
understand wanting to memorialize him.
But that motherfucker couldn't draw a tree to save his life.
What are you talking about?
You always see the trunk.
You can see tree trunks in reality.
Okay.
I will fight you.
We met in a forest.
You can see tree trunks, even on the pine trees.
Not all the way up.
Well, it's still paint, and he's still making them in
he's not layering
15 minutes. That's the thing, it's supposed to be easily accessible for everyone.
It's called a Bob Ross tree.
Have you ever... But it's such a good method,
If you look at a tree, and then you'd go, I can just shave all the branches off this side, all the way up to the top, and then just sit back after you do that. That's a Bob Ross tree right there.
Listen, I don't care.
You know them. I'm right.
I do, but Bob Ross was so cool. Did you ever hear about his black and white episode?
No.
He had a fan call in, or send him a letter probably, and they were like, I love your show, it's so cool. I want to participate, but I'm colorblind. And so I feel like I can't really keep up with what you're doing because you have all these colors. And so he did an episode where he only used grayscale to be like, even if you are colorblind or something like that, you can still make beautiful art and stuff. And I'm going to show you how. And I was like, Bob, your heart, no, you're too kind.
Yeah, that's pretty badass right there.
He's pretty cool, even with his trees.
That did get me a little emotional. Like, I got it.
What a sweet potato. He was in the army. Isn't that crazy?
God, I knew he was a liar somewhere. I'm just kidding.
He's just like,
I'm just kidding.
Fuck that life. I'm gonna be a painter now.
Most of them do. Most of them go to war and go, I don't like this.
You ever just see, he'll just have like baby squirrels in his pocket while he's painting. Or chipmunks. They'll just have them in his pocket and he'll just be painting. And then he'll take a break and just show you his baby squirrel and then put it back and just go back to painting.
So that guy was nuts.
No, he was fun.
The Grammys. What else is there to talk about?
What, is there really anything?
We didn't watch them, of course.
The only one I care more about next year's Grammys because I want Ghost's new album, Impera, to win everything.
I didn't say it.
I'm in love.
I didn't say it.
I love it. It's great. I do, and here I am, and I'm making. Listen, you keep playing it every single day, playing the entire album.
I don't.
Like multiple times a day.
Maybe.
But I do love it. I think it's great. I haven't decided if it's my favorite of their albums yet. I like a lot of their songs. I really like Prequel.
It might be the greatest album I've ever heard in my life.
It's really good.
I'm struggling to leave it because I'm like, what am I going to go to?
It's also such
Dolly Parton?
Good. She's fine. But Emperor is just so good to dance to.
Billie Eilish? Ugh.
Ugh. Yeah. Like,
you know what? Hold on.
She's not for everyone.
Since we're on the topic of Grammys, let's talk about this fun little thing that goes on in the industry where young girls get thrown into the system where they become pop stars.
Yeah.
And as they go through it, they get a few good golden years of being, late teenager to early 30s at most.
And all their songs during this time is The Boy Who Did You Wrong.
Yep. Taylor Swift. And as we keep going, we start to see them slowly spiral out.
Yeah.
And at the end, you end up with Britney fucking Spears.
Yeah. Alanis Morissette.
So, yep.
Okay. Miley Cyrus.
Miley.
She's like the most recent version. Kesha,
Kesha
fucking went through hell and back. That poor girl.
But once you go into that cycle, bad things can happen to you. Bella Thorne.
Yep.
Very few actually make it out on top. One is Zendaya.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long that's gonna last.
Now I feel like she's just reaching the tipping point of whatever this like cliffside she's on.
And, you know, to our fans who probably love Euphoria, they're probably like, how could you fucking say that?
Like, well, when
Game of Thrones is still better.
Yes. We should go back and rewatch all of Game
We're
of
gonna
Thrones.
watch Game of Thrones, don't worry.
Nice.
I need to know about the Elden Ring.
No, it's this thing with the girls being pop stars and Billie Eilish. It's this now sad thing where these girls are trying to break into the industry. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, cool, you're young and cute. All right, do Billie Eilish. Whoever your marketing person is, your manager or whatever the fuck, however this works, I don't care what you actually sing. I want you to sound like Billie Eilish. Because that's what's popular right now. So it's just all these girls are trying to get into the world.
There's another one.
Halsey was way before Billie Eilish, though.
Yeah, but it's still the same system.
She did go, like...
And then, like, 3 albums, it's all the same shit. Then she changed it up. Bam, career.
Bad. It was bad.
Slipping.
Like, you can change it up, but, like...
Halsey did win a Grammy for alternative music. What does that mean? I don't know.
I don't even know anymore. And also, Halsey her best song was Control. And that was, like, back in 2014. It came out when Undertale was popular. Like, you know.
Yeah, those days. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I just remember that song and Undertale, like, colliding.
But what I really wanted to say is Billie Eilish is a young woman trying to make music right now. Mm-hmm. Her future, it can either burn out really quick or you have to watch a slow motion suicide. There's no way that she really escapes this thing.
And she's so young. And she's like, what, 18? Like, now? Like,
she's 21 or 22.
Like, she's so young. Like, when her big song came out.
Bad Guy?
Yeah.
God, I had to hear it today.
She was 17 when that song came out.
I just wanted to strangle a puppy.
And, like, she's, like, as a fucking teen, as a dumb teen who doesn't know what to do with your life, being hurled into the public eye. Like, she actually had a big thing come out shortly afterwards. Or a couple years after, maybe. Where she was like... It was weird because she's known for wearing big, baggy clothes all the time.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's weird. I chose to do that because people kept sexualizing me even though I was 17 years old and it made me feel really uncomfortable. And so, yeah, this is the life she's just...
There's another thing.
Lobbed into.
Yeah.
For doing a song that's catchy. And it's circling back around to that popularity thing. Sometimes it doesn't always work out in the way you want it to.
And to add on to that, another Grammy Award that was given out was for Best New Artist, and it went to Phineas, who's her brother who writes her music.
Yeah.
And it's like, great, so now there's a spin-off. Mm-hmm. If you look at it in terms of...
Always in her shadow. And sometimes it can work. Like, you know, Jake Gyllenhaal and his sister, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, where are you going with this?
Well, sometimes, like, one sibling does popular, the other one can step up and do cool things, too, even if it's in the same field as their sibling.
Okay. She's only in The Dark Knight because Tom Cruise freaked out at Katie Holmes and didn't want her to be in the Batman movies.
But here's the thing. What's the last thing...
Scientology.
What's the last thing she did? Was it The Dark Knight? That was like big and popular.
She does indie stuff.
Okay, and Jake Gyllenhaal is Mysterio. So
oh my god, Jake Gyllenhaal does a ton of indie stuff.
He does. He did, what was that one called? Velvet Chainsaw or something like that.
Didn't we watch that one?
We did. It's
on Netflix.
Fine. It was fine. There wasn't enough Jake Gyllenhaal.
I'm looking forward to his new Michael Bay film, Ambulance. Mm-hmm. It just looks fun to me.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't expect you to be excited.
It looks like something great to play in the background while I play Animal Crossing.
See, do you remember you made up this argument? And we're going to go off on a tangent really quick here.
As if we haven't for 90% of this already.
Well, I just wanted to tell everyone who likes Billie Eilish, get ready, because eventually there will be a day where she is ruined.
Yes, and it's going to be... I hope she gets better.
Disney's trying to help. You said to me that there are no such things as guy movies and girl movies.
Yeah, I think it's an outdated concept.
Okay, let's talk Fast and the Furious again.
Well, here's the thing.
Can you talk about Fast and the Furious?
I can't because I don't like Fast and the
Why?
Furious. Because I watched Drift King. I think it's the third one. I don't remember. The one where
even what it's called.
The one where they're in Tokyo.
Oh, Tokyo, and what are they doing?
They're drifting.
So it's called
Drift King.
Okay, and now we have it.
Listen.
Video game high school has won. The DK is really here.
Well, that's the thing. They made that joke about Donkey Kong, and that's the thing that's really burned in my brain.
No,
where they're in like an elevator. He's like, "Do you know what DK stands for?" And the guy goes, "Donkey Kong." He's like, "Drift King," and I'm like, "This is all I'm taking."
So you did watch that?
I did. I was like 7 or something.
7?
I was super young. Yeah, I was super young.
Dude, I was in college when I watched that.
Oh.
That doesn't sound right.
That's weird, because I definitely remember watching that at my great-grandmother's place, which that doesn't seem right. If you were in college, we're not that far. I'm only like
I was
3
a little
years
late to the show,
you.
but not that late.
No, like, here's the thing. I don't like Fast and Furious, but I'm sure a bunch of beautiful ladies out there love Fast and Furious. Just like how there's a bunch of handsome men who love things like Mean Girls. You know?
We have a special term for those men.
No, it's all just outdated. It's just stereotype shit, you know? I'm just tired of the stereotype things. Like, oh, this is pink. That's a girl thing. Oh, this is blue. That's a boy thing. It's like, ugh, I'm not.
I get it, but Michael Bay movies, films, don't...
I
Do you
liked...
relate to Megan Fox in Transformers?
I liked Transformers.
But do you relate to Megan Fox? She's the
No.
character you're allowed to
I'm
relate
not
to.
a hot babe. I don't give a fuck about cars. But I liked, like, Bumblebee. I liked all the rest of the Transformers.
No, yet name me another one besides Optimus Prime. I know I just said that wrong too.
There's Starscream, but he's a Decepticon.
Oh my god.
I like...
Of course. You would bring up the most random Decepticon.
What?
Yeah,
What?
Starscream is like...
Great! He's voiced by Sam Riegel.
Is that really him?
Yeah. He did
a horrible job.
Did a terrible voice for it. He really went hard on the scream.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god! It's Autobots! So that kind of voice that was only available in the early 90s, 2000s.
Do you guys think there's guy films and girl films? Because Princess Diaries is pretty bad.
What's the Princess Diaries? Oh, that's like a teenager film. Who cares?
Oh, now we gotta make a whole subcategory.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, not all teen films are for everyone.
God, these adolescent films suck.
Some of them are... Here's the thing. I appreciate it when there's a film that's for everyone. Like Encanto. Despite being a kid's film, you can watch it as an adult and still enjoy yourself. But it's also nice when there's content that's specifically made for a specific age demographic. And a lot of teen movies cater to teens specifically. Things that we adults would find vapid. Because we grew up and we realized all the shit we cared about as teenagers didn't really matter.
Don't ruin it for the audience.
Listen, do you want me to, like, expose you on the internet? Right here, right now?
What are you talking about?
High School Musical?
Oh, okay.
Mister, I watched all of them.
Hold on.
And you liked them, too.
I'm not going to deny that. I enjoy High School Musical. And who doesn't want to be like Troy?
I never watched them.
Dude, you got to get your head in game.
I never watched them.
God damn.
Listen.
They were good movies.
I'm sure they were.
I remember when the first one premiered on Disney Channel as a Disney Channel original movie.
Man, Disney...
And my little sister was watching it, and I just sat down because I had nothing else to do, and I just watched it with her.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's this New Year's party where they sing along together in karaoke, and you're like, oh, they're a perfect match, but then they have to split up, and then she has to go back to school in the spring, and then Troy shows up, and they're like, hey, we know each other from that vacation, and then bam, the story begins.
Wow. What's her name? The actress?
Vanessa Hudgenson?
Is that her?
Hudgens?
Is that her? Man, there's one of them. One of the Disney stars, like, did My Little Pony shit for a long while there. I don't remember which one, though.
Okay, well, you've lost your marbles. Before we get into Marvel, we should probably talk about that weird show that we watched from Fox.
A weird show that we watched.
Welcome to Fletch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We checked that out. It wasn't as terrible as I thought it was going to be. I expected it to be super boring.
Well, a day after watching it today, I can tell you honestly,
All great sentences start with a...
Our main characters are really stupid
Yes.
white trash characters.
Yes. It's kind of hilarious, honestly.
Some of the things they do is funny.
There's some...
But sometimes it's like, why are these the main ones? I don't want to be stuck in the room with them all the time.
You know why they're the main ones? Because the documentary crew would have tried to go to other people to talk to, but Kelly and Shrub would continue to follow them around and make
his name's Shrub.
Center screen all the time.
If...
Because they're hungry for attention, because they have no one around to love them, because his parents are gone, and her mom's gone, and her dad ignores her. So they're just like, focus on me, camera.
His name is Shrub. This is such a dumb
story. It makes so much sense, because I grew up in a backwoods piece of shit.
Yeah, I figured you would relate
I relate to this show so much, except it's in, like, a prettier place.
They explain that his dad was a drunk, and he used to drink a lot of Bush.
So they would call him Bush.
And so because he was Bush and he was the little one of him, they called him Shrub.
It's memorable for sure. And I can see the glimpse that the show does have some heart to it.
It's there. It's a lot like Parks and Rec, where they did have to market themselves as that, but
yeah, like
Parks and Rec season 1 and 2 are dry.
It's just like The Office. It's hard to get through those early seasons.
But then they will find their hitch, and then maybe they could take off. But I don't know where you have room in this world for something like that.
I can see, because at the end of the
Parks and Rec and Office. That's right, I'm talking.
Know your place, bitch. Backhand.
Yes, it was heavily involved around white characters. There are other characters within the show, right? Mm-hmm. But they weren't white trash, and that I have a problem with.
Well, white trash is some of the most funny people, because they're like so.
They're the most criminally insane people you can find.
That's what makes them funny.
That's not funny.
In the first episode, he lit all the scarecrows on fire. Like, was that not?
Was that the first episode?
That was, yeah.
It's because he lost the contest. It was so dumb.
It's like, listen, but it's the thing. At the end of the last episode we saw, like, she was trying to hang out with her dad, and he just walked away because his girlfriend wanted him to come back, so he just walked away. And you could see she was upset about it because she wants so desperately for her dad's attention. And Shrub, who's been doing his own thing this whole time, is kind of just there, and he just kind of, like, looks at her, and he notices, and then he's like, hey, let's play tag, you're it. And he, like, got her to play tag with him to distract her. It's like, I see. They're there for each other. They're cousins. They're there for each other. And this is where our heart's gonna be, of them finding their family, really.
The cast needs to also expand.
Mm-hmm.
We have some wacky characters in there, but you guys have to check it out. It's on Hulu.
Yep. Flatch. Welcome to Flatch. It's
Flatch or Fletch?
It's one of them.
Yeah, if you love The Office and Parks and Rec, give it a try. I don't think you're going to find the things that you love about those shows in it, but you will see the underlinings of it.
Mm-hmm. Like, give it a shot, you know?
Okay, so this is week 3 of trashing Disney.
Oof. I know one of you in particular has really been waiting for this one.
And this is where I'm going to call it. I'm drawing this line. This line is in concrete. This stands permanently. This affects the artist in me and the comic book lover in me, and you've just ruined something.
Yes. With
no reason other than to change.
It's
you're when you start doing things like this, you might not be any better than a fascist.
So, all right, what is it specifically you're talking about?
Okay. Disney Plus brought over all those Netflix Marvel shows.
Mm-hmm.
Daredevil.
Yep.
Luke Cage.
Yes.
Iron Fist. Why did I do this to myself?
Punisher. Yep. What's her name?
Why am I skipping on her name? The Defenders.
You know them.
Oh my god, it's gonna kill me.
They're all there.
I actually like her show too.
I cannot remember her name for the life of me.
Oh my god.
And that's one of the ones I watched. Veronica? No,
Veronica Mars. Get out of here. Get the fuck
out. I'm just trying to think of names.
Oh my god, this is gonna kill me.
So anyway, they're bringing in all these shows to Disney Plus, and everyone's like, woo, cool. But we're finding out they're also editing them to, like, get rid of like blood and shit and stuff like that to make it less obvious these people are dead. So, you know,
Jessica Jones.
that's her name.
God damn. Sorry, I actually am a fan. It just slipped my mind.
So yeah, we're taking these stories that are known for their blood and violence, and murder is a big element of them. And Disney's just trying to Disneyify them, you know?
Well, there was an issue with this last week where somebody was rewatching Falcon and Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. And you know how U.S. Agent kind of gets, well, New America, but if you're a real fan, he's U.S. Agent. Mm-hmm. And he gets a little violent.
Yep.
And they showed a death, and they took away all the blood. And the guy's lying, they showed the picture side by side with the real edition and the re-edited one. And the guy is laying there in blood, and his eyes are open. In the edited version, he's lying there, his eyes are closed.
No blood. So he might just be a sleepies. You never know. This is so stupid to me.
So they did this with Daredevil's season 2 ending. They did the same thing. Claimed it's a glitch in the system, which I don't know what system automatically edits.
Only the blood and closes all the eyes? That's not a fucking glitch, you stupid assholes.
Yeah. Now, okay, so that's one thing. I get it. Violence for kids, probably not so great.
Is it though?
But it turned out okay.
But here's the thing. Okay, first of all, is this for kids?
No, that's why you have to get a different Disney account.
That's why
to log in as a adult.
Exactly. So why are you editing these things? And it's because parents are just letting their kids roam wild on whatever.
That's fine. That's how I learned.
But it's this thing where it's like people are just assuming, oh, superhero, that means for my kiddo, because Marvel has marketed them so well and it works, but not every fucking movie with superheroes is gonna be Marvel.
You know what's funny is DC versus Marvel. Some of the biggest differences there is old school DC never wanted to resort to violence. Now, what I mean by that is like gory,
like
grotesque,
the shock,
killing. Mm-hmm. Batman doesn't kill. Superman doesn't kill.
But now they do.
Now they do because Marvel has been doing it. If you watch Iron Man 1 with Robert Downey Jr., he is killing people. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. People around him are dying. Like the Avengers themselves murder armies.
Zone. Yeah.
Yeah, they're bloody. They have no remorse.
You can hide the blood all you want. And this is the other thing. Like, whether it's for kids or not, here's the thing. And here's the thing. Kids bleed. They know what blood is. And here's the other thing. Kids know what death is. Like, you can have on screen... Like, if we have Mufasa die, and kids comprehend that... Yeah, right. And kids can comprehend this. It doesn't matter if you show the blood or not. The kids are gonna fucking understand. And honestly, I think we're so lenient on violence in so many ways. Like, it'll be like, something will be rated PG, and there'll be like fist fights and blood splatters and gore and whatever the fuck, you know?
You know, when I was a kid...
But the moment there's a boob, it's like rated R.
Well, I was gonna bring it up, because I remember we talked about this earlier. Big. The movie Big with Tom Hanks.
Yes. What a weird...
where it's a kid's movie about a boy growing up to become an adult male, but he's still got the brain of a kid.
Yes.
Right? But he's Tom Hanks, so, you know, this one girl kind of falls in love with him. And then they show a scene of her showering in his bathroom.
And it's
full frontal nudity.
You just see you see all of it.
you don't see the lower parts, but you see the upper parts, and... I mean, thank you, but hey, I was 10. It was worth it.
Well,
but here's the thing. That's a PG film.
Yeah.
Now they came in later on and created this PG-13 rating, right? Which was to stop that. Okay, so PG-13 you can't show skin.
Sure.
But in PG-13 you can say shit as much as you want, and you get one F-bomb.
Yeah. Like,
be careful where you use it. Free Guy used it very fairly.
They did.
Yes. That was a really good way to use it. Here's the other thing for all that rating system. Back to Marvel. They apparently changed the ending of season 2 of The Punisher, where they ripped out there was a Goodbye Stan Lee kind of homage there.
Fuck you. Disney.
And that was because he had passed away before they finished filming it.
Fuck you, Disney.
And then in Luke Cage, there was a tribute honoring the late Reg E. Cathy, who played Reverend James Lucas, the father of the hero.
Mm-hmm.
They had a little dedication to him. So this isn't just a race thing. This is just completely off the cusp. We need to censor and desensitize everything.
First of all, Disney should be... they're dying, let's be honest. With everything that's been coming out for them recently, and people getting pissed, their own employees getting pissed, them being, like, anti-LGBT representation in their movies. Disney's doing fucking bad. And here's the thing, you can't sit there and keep acting like you're the pretty little princess at the little fucking ball, Disney, alright? You're gonna have to grow up. Because here's the thing, Disney catered to us.
They were never the princess.
Disney catered to us as children.
Mm-hmm.
We are now adults. That's why the term Disney adult exists. As adults, we're gonna still want to see adult content, even from a classic like Disney. So you need to know how to market your shit differently. Other companies can do it perfectly fine, you know? Fox can have... Maybe Fox is a bad example. There are other companies that have, like, adult things versus child things. And once... Like, stop pussyfooting around, Disney. Grow up already. You're not Peter Pan. You can't stay that way forever.
Well,
even Peter Pan didn't stay that way forever. He grew up in Hook. Fucking get your shit together, Disney.
And now he haunts the dreams of all little boys. Okay.
Can we make a tangent real quick?
Oh boy.
Talking about nudity on screen.
Go ahead.
This is something that I've been thinking about for a while. So we see boobs all the time.
Yeah.
There's always boobs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's what got Game of Thrones popular was, look, there's blood and boobs. Wow.
You know, there's too much boobs.
In Game of Thrones, like, you get desensitized to boob after a while.
But I do love the violence. I am a hardcore violent person.
We're now starting to see this thing where we're starting to see dicks. Because for a long while, it was only men butts. And it's like, that's fine, but that's just a butt. Now we're starting to see dicks. Which I don't think is necessarily comparable to boobs, but I don't think there's much else that you can compare to a boob. But the thing is, it's always in a comedy fashion. When we see boobs, it's like, look how hot that babe is. But when we see a dick, it's like, look how silly and fat and ugly that gross dude is. Haha, you see his pee-pee. It's always Danny McBride, also.
I was going to say, the one that comes to mind is Righteous Gemstones, where they're seeing the video of his friend, who's like an overweight white guy getting... Well, he's pounding a prostitute who's just disgusting.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Righteous Gemstones is a trip, for sure.
Yeah, I didn't need to see his little chubby and his...
But that's the thing. Like, the boobs is always like, so hot. Wow, they're meant for you to ogle. And then the dicks is always, like, meant for you to laugh at. I want more dicks to ogle at. Let's make it even. If we're gonna have hot boobs, let's have hot dicks. And if we're gonna have ugly laugh at dicks, let's have ugly laugh at boobs. Alright? Let's just even the playing field. Okay?
If you're an underage child listening to this and you snuck on somehow, I am sorry that you're offended. Go to bed.
They're just body parts.
Think about what you've done.
They're just body parts.
And next Sunday, go to church.
They're just body parts. Listen.
No, I'm not happy with Disney doing these things, because this is what I meant by the artist in me. If this is how the original artist had intended this to be, which I found most of those shows are really good, why the fuck are you touching it?
Like, I thought we learned this from 4Kids, you know?
Oh my god.
That MS Paint draw on, like, pants onto Vegeta so you don't see his butt. Like, the tiniest shadow of a butt, maybe.
It's weird how many times you see Goku's dick.
Yes.
In every series,
so
you see
common.
Goku's dick.
It's such a common concept over there, which is fine. Like, they're just body parts. Let's be honest. If you see a body part and you sexualize it, that's on you.
Yeah, feet.
Ew.
I can't get into that one. This is weird. But yeah, so Disney, please stop it. Now, with desensitizing things and not showing it, it brings me up to their newest show.
We've all been waiting for it. Here we go. This is the thing.
Morbius.
No. No.
Sorry, no, it's Moon Knight first, then we'll talk Morbius.
So yeah, Moon Knight came out. Thoughts?
I liked it. Way to really subvert our expectations. Because here's the thing. I forgot his name. Steve? Steven?
Something like that. Steve, I believe, yeah.
Steve? He is called Scotty.
Our main character, yeah.
He's not the main guy.
Yeah, he's,
The real guy shows up at the end, and that's Mark. Who, I love that Steve is British, but Mark is American, which Oscar Isaac is American.
Because I was sitting there, I was like, oh, what is Oscar Isaac's real accent? Because I was like, oh, I guess he must be British.
No, he's American.
It's like the opposite of Vigilante, where I'm like, oh, the American accent must be his real one.
I loved that every time he was tripping out, right? Because Mark was taking back over.
Yeah.
Right? He would come back to it, and then the whole problem kind of seemed to go away. There's damage. He's, like, bloodied.
Yep.
There's bodies all over the place.
It's really smart. Arguably too smart for some people. Because some people are not... Like, here's the thing. And it may seem simple to you, dear listener, who has a brain. But, some people don't comprehend the multiple personality things with the, like, mirrors and stuff. Some people will take things, like, literally, and they'll get confused on things like that. And that's just how you know you're dealing with someone who doesn't understand cinema or storytelling.
No, that's not true at all.
It's a part of it.
It takes another level. It's like telling a fucking pun. Intelligent people tell puns because they're able to make two sides of their brain work simultaneously, yet one is disassociated with the other.
I think with Moon Knight and the upcoming Doctor Strange movie, there's going to be a big, like, severance of
fans,
because it's going to be too much for
if you go back to Moon Knight, right, there's many times where you see reflections,
yes,
right, and then we get some mirrors, right, mirrors reflect, water puddles in the street, whatever you want, glass.
Lots of stuff, yeah.
And then if you look at the poster of the Multiverse of Madness,
yep,
Strange is there before a shattered glass.
Lots of reflections in that
and
glass.
They're reflecting different things.
Yeah.
It's a way to use, in storytelling through cinema, a way to say that there's another side to the coin. It's not what you think. So basically, in layman's terms, if you walk up to the mirror in the morning, right, and you brush your hair, right, you're seeing yourself brush your hair. But what they're saying here is, what if on the other side, it's just mirroring you, but it's not actually you?
There's an intended duality. And here's the thing. This is something like a casual movie-going audience might not understand, is everything on screen is there for a reason. They don't just happen to decide things. If someone picks up a specific bar of soap, it's not happenstance. There was a reason for it. Every single thing that happens on screen is well thought out and happens for a reason. So reflections get used a lot.
So you tell me that all those Irish Spring commercials are wrong? Where a redhead guy picks up some Irish Spring soap and starts using it?
Yeah, you know it.
That wasn't intended?
Who would have guessed? Honestly.
Just kidding. That's part of marketing.
It's all thought out. Like every single, like you might not think it, but yeah, every single little thing is thought out in detail on screen.
I enjoyed the episode, but this goes back to my rant last week, where give me more episodes off the bat.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to just give me that one episode?
Like, I like the fact Obi-Wan's going to give us 2 right away.
Ooh, 2.
But even then, I would have preferred 3. And maybe that sounds like, oh, you're spoiled. You get 3 episodes right away. Yeah, we are. You did this. Industry. We can binge whatever we want. I could watch every single episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender right now if I wanted to. I don't want to sit around and wait for it to come on.
That's really old.
Yeah, not for these new things to come out. Like, that's the thing worth paying the price for Netflix, is you get it all in one sitting. Except now you don't anymore.
That's true. They make you wait.
Fucking, I had to wait for the damn Great British Bake Off every week, and I wanted to binge the whole thing.
Dude, I was thinking of Tournament of Champions today.
Yeah.
And I was like, God, I kept hearing Guy's voice in my head saying, "That's the biggest upset in TOC history."
They say that every single episode.
I know, and I was just like, I want to say it now. Okay, Morbius.
Yeah. Oof. What a fucking misstep.
So, we didn't go watch it.
God, no.
We do not support trash film like this. We read the plot.
Yes. So, oh my god.
Which, at the end there, it was hard to speak because I was laughing too hard.
It sounds so stupid.
And...
like, I picture it and it just cracks me up how stupid it is. This sounds like a 2000s movie. Like Blade, you know, but worse.
Oh, God. It does give that feel, the way that... And you know what I noticed? And I didn't have to watch the movie. I could just read this plot, and I'm just like, you know, all he does is just run away from his problems. Mm-hmm. And he finally confronts them and just runs away at the end.
Like, it's just such a paint-by-numbers 2000s era superhero movie, which was not when they were doing good.
No, they never did good.
It's just, I'm here, and then you run somewhere, and then something happens, and then you run somewhere, and then something happens. And then eventually you run in a circle, and you get back to where you started. And then something happens, and we call it the end of the movie.
Yeah, and that post-credit, there's two of them.
Oh, is there a second one? What's the other one?
It's where he actually meets Morbius.
Who's he?
Well, I don't want to spoil it for people who don't know.
Oh, okay. You can tell me afterwards then. If you care, you can look it up yourself because... Oh, him?
Yeah. First him going through the rift, then him showing up with him.
Gone.
With his army of bats. I will spoil that because that is so dumb.
The words army of bats. Also, like, I can already see this stupid spell from No Way Home is going to be such a big centerpiece for so many stupid contrivances in the world of Marvel movies now.
They did it on purpose.
I know they did. It's the same, like, Winter Soldier, I think, one of them, was the big centerpiece for the first part of Marvel's universe. I feel like it was a Captain America movie, something like that.
It was Winter Soldier, but it's really Civil War, where it goes in the prequel of Winter Soldier.
Sure, yeah.
Where he finds out that Bucky killed his parents. Spoilers.
But now it's just gonna be No Way Home is the centerpiece. It's like you have to watch that one in order to understand any of them now. And it's just like, and we can just kind of like bullshit whatever excuse we want. Because, what is this happening? There was a spell that happened. Bleh. Like, it's too much. It's too far.
Yeah. And I don't know how far Sony can throw this thing. They're trying hard, and every time they make a movie, it just gets worse.
I've spoken at length at how sick I am of multiverses, so I won't regale you with my distaste of them again.
AUs?
That's a different thing. That is a completely different thing. Oh,
it's a different thing on this podcast, not last week.
Multiverses is something that all ties together.
My bad.
Alternate universes are just a different concept. This is what led to a multiverse.
Oh.
Like, you know, the AU of what if Bruce died? That's an AU. But they tied it into...
Who is that?
Bruce Batman? Mr. Batman?
You need to say his full name.
Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
What if Bruce Wayne died instead of the older Waynes? And then that's an AU. But now that it's tied into, like, this reality where they're all connected, now it's a multiverse.
It's called Flashpoint.
And it was decent. I liked it.
You're a fake fan.
I watched Flashpoint with you. You didn't even know that was Weather Wizard. In that one that we watched.
What a nerd.
I like Weather Wizard. Said no one ever. Me, I'm the first.
Who was your favorite Decepticon?
And his Starscream.
God, this person just loves the dumbest things.
Weather Wizard and Starscream. Woo! Number one.
So how did Morbius do? Well, right now it's got a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's going...
Stunning. It's gonna make its money back, too. That's the thing.
Not.
Will it?
No way. First weekend, it made $39.1 million. Number two, lost what?
What's its full budget?
Oh, it's gotta be in the $200 million.
Ooh.
Number two, The Lost City, which came out last week. Right?
Which looked decent.
In total of its last week made, total of both weeks, $54.5 million. I actually heard this is a good one, but it's not a serious film where all the critics approached it like that, but it's actually just a dumb comedy.
It's like when people, I hate it when, like, this didn't grip me emotionally. It's like, listen, it's like when people, like, will judge kids media, like the My Little Pony movie, like it's like fucking Shakespeare or some shit.
Hold on, I missed a number there. The 3-day average for the weekend for Lost City was 14.8 million compared to the 39.1 million of Morbius. Then the third in the box office is, of course, The Batman.
Woo! Really great. Man, we rewatched Little Miss Sunshine, and it's weird seeing the Riddler in such a different role.
Hanging out with Michael Scott.
Just hanging out.
Suicidal Michael Scott.
Taking a vow of silence, being selectively mute, not being a serial killer.
It's been in the theaters for 5 weeks. Last weekend, it took on 10.8 million. The total in the North America is 349 million. That's only in the US and Canada.
Damn.
Over this last weekend.
That's a lot.
I don't have that up there, but I know this for a fact. It made over $700 million.
Overseas? Like
combined, world total.
Oof. Damn. It deserves it.
5 weeks in the theater and it's still on its way to a bill.
It's super good too. Like a part of me, like yesterday, was like, we should rewatch it.
But look at this.
Yeah.
Star-studded. Comic book. Still can't beat out the Batman.
Yep, Batman's back, baby.
The number 4 was Uncharted, but I was like, we're not even going to talk about that trash.
Yawn.
Morbius is going to take a huge drop.
It's going to fucking plummet.
Because you know what this weekend's movie is? Mm-hmm. This thing...
Sonic the Hedgehog 2!
This thing is going to slaughter it. It's not even going to be fair.
I'm so excited.
I expect it to be Sonic 2 and then the Batman.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. I'm so excited. Hi, Buggy. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. Idris Elba is gonna be great as Knuckles. It's so good. I am so excited. I've heard reviews that it's not as good as the first one, which is fine. Who cares, honestly. I'm just happy that Sonic the Hedgehog is actually good. Because as a Sonic fan, all you Sonic fans out there, you know how hard it is to be a fan of Sonic and yet be just showered in crap constantly. It's like, you're so good.
They're called golden
just
showers.
Get to the good part. That's the rings.
Yeah, when you get hit and then you splooge them out of you, it's a golden shower.
Yep. Sonic knows all about that shit.
He also goes golden when he goes Super Saiyan.
He does. I wonder if he's gonna go Super Saiyan in this one. Okay. Nah, probably not. Well, maybe. I don't want to get my hopes up. But I'm already
Should we spoil who's in it?
No, we shouldn't.
Okay.
Maybe later we'll have a spoiler cast. Maybe next week or something.
Are we watching it next week?
When we'll talk about it. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
I want to go on a Tuesday.
The reviews have been decent, and there's a rumor that Jim Carrey might retire from acting after this.
He's retired from acting before. He might come back. You could do it without Jim if you wanted. But you need to get that's a hard act to follow.
Yeah, I don't think anyone could do it. Ooh, Mikey Day. Anyways, is it cake?
Is it cake? As he wants to kill himself.
God. We talked about this a lot. How we were so excited this summer for E3.
Yep.
And the anvil dropped. And E3, once again in the last 5 years, has decided to cancel every event.
Yep.
In the same bullshit hope they gave us back in like 2017 or 18. Which was so that we can use this time to reinvent a more immersive experience.
Which is a bummer, because a part of me really did love, like, you coming home from work and us running over to the PlayStation to boot up
We didn't have
whatever,
Roku at the time.
and like get to the presentation and watch the presentation together.
Yeah, I enjoy watching them. Now, that doesn't mean that the presentations are off.
No, they're gonna still happen. It just won't be.
Nintendo Directs are gonna pop off.
It just won't be like a unionized concept. Unionized?
PlayStation State of Play is still gonna pop off.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get Xbox Game Pass with Bethesda.
I'm sure you'll get something like they're gonna announce all their same things at the same time. It just won't be in a conveniently like 1 hour long package.
Another big one is Square Enix. They're gonna be showing up. I think Capcom now has its own. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, a lot of them. There's so many of them nowadays. Listen, this is I only really care about... I'm curious to see what Xbox has to announce, because they announced a lot of shit and then never... Like, I want to see if Fable is ever going to become a thing.
Okay.
Guaranteed not.
You and the Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, that's another one that's not going to get touched, for sure.
There is rumors that Rockstar Games will show up with a new trailer for... Or an actual trailer for... Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yawn. I don't... Listen, here's your cowboys. Here's your cars. Here's your cowboys. Here's your cars. Can you do something?
Car boys.
Anything other than Grand Theft Auto or Red Dead? Please. Anything. You're creative. Do something new. Fuck, guys.
Car boys and cows.
What are you saying?
Just take the two and put them together.
No.
Car boys and cows.
No. Oh, man, I can picture it already. And Nintendo, I'm sure they'll announce something. But the really big thing, I want to see if we're going to get any info on Resident Evil Village. If that's DLC is going to be underway anytime soon.
Yeah, we haven't heard much from that.
Because I'm still all on board for more Village. Give it to me. I want it.
I'm excited too. The fact that E3's doing this... right back to the Academy Awards and why I made that mention, was these stupid ceremonies aren't working anymore.
Yeah.
Especially in this day and age where literally Nintendo, who does this every 3 months, they go, hey guys, did you just wake up?
Yeah, they announced a new Pokemon game in the middle of fucking February.
Do you want to know something cool? Here, spend 20 minutes with me. I'm going to show you something. And bam.
For free.
Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a look at the starters.
Here, like, it's insane. Like, the internet moves.
And then they just fickled their hands and it went away, and you're just like...
Give me more!
Yeah. And you're just
want it!
That's awesome. But then all these other guys who rely on something as dumb as E3, PlayStation doesn't. I know they don't. They do their own indie stuff.
Yeah.
I don't report on them because I don't play indie games because I'm mainstream.
Here's the thing. Like, the internet lives and dies
There's hypocrisy there.
The internet lives and dies so quickly. Like, half the time when I hear about a new trend, I'm hearing about it because someone is tired of hearing about it. That's how this works nowadays. Like, it happens in an instant. And so these big presentations with hour-long speakers blabbering on about bullshit no one cares about, it's not grabbing anybody because we live for that now.
Stop it.
Give it to me now.
No, you're lying.
No, it's the truth.
No, I need Keanu Reeves to tell me if this game's good or not.
Oh, I will 100% take Keanu Reeves telling me if this game is good or not.
Do I need to be worried about something?
Have you ever seen that thing when he started that presentation? Someone in the crowd was like, "You're beautiful," and he pinpointed them and went, "You're beautiful," and the crowd went, "Yeah!"
Okay. Our last bullet point.
Just a sweetheart. Oh, before we deviate from E3 too much, on a somewhat related note, Breath of the Wild 2 got delayed for another year, basically. It's not gonna be till 2023. So I wonder, like...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, got delayed. Breath of the Wild 2.
Today?
Earlier this week. Like sometime last week, like Wednesday.
It's Monday, buddy.
It's like Wednesday or Thursday this got announced, I don't remember. But yeah, it's gonna be another while, which I hope it's a good sign.
Okay, I just wanted to point this out. And now that you brought up being delayed, and all these delays and these games and movies, like Morbius was supposed to come out in 2020, okay?
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah, it probably would have done better back then.
Probably.
There was this one that I found very interesting. Sometimes I like playing Lego games, and I am a huge Star Wars fan. And they announced a Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, where they were going to take all 9 movies and put them all together, where you just play Legos, right? But you're going through the stories, only the highlights, right?
Sure.
And I was like, oh, this sounds fun. Like, this could be cool. This game was supposed to show up October 20th, 2020.
Oof, bad year.
We will finally get this game. What's today? Oh, tomorrow.
Oh.
So when you're listening to this game is finally out.
So on the precipice.
Yeah. So think about how much time that's been. And I don't think that has much to do with the pandemic, besides just shitty programming.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they already have like 6 DLC packs just to get character skins.
Oh, fuck you. Deal.
Mandalorian Season 1.
Yep.
The Bad Batch. Not in this order. Rogue One.
I guess if you're gonna wait
Solo.
all this fucking time, you would have
Mandalorian Season 2.
plenty of time to get other shit going.
Not Boba Fett.
No, God no. Fuck that. Boring.
But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. This is like, wow, this is now when you want to do it.
Well, good job, Lego.
Yeah. Well, it's not even Lego's fault. It's Warner Brother.
Yeah, Warner Brother, they're going through a time right now.
They have one last shot, and that's Hogwarts Legacy.
I was gonna be like, do you mean Genlock? Remember that nightmare train wreck?
Yeah, that was a horrible one.
Oof.
Okay, to save us all from our nightmares and fears of hope, let's just end this episode now.
Thanks for listening to Coffee Break. Again, sorry we were a day late. Shit happens. We live our lives. It's whatever.
Yeah, it's whatever, guys. So suck it up and deal with it. I'm just kidding. Have a good one. Thank you for waiting. We will be back on Sunday, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should be back.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I bet there'll be nothing to report on.
I don't know how Saturday's going to be for me.
Let's find out. We'll see you guys next time.
Good night and good luck.
Bye-bye. Bye. Legendia, Tales of Zillia,
Tales of Aphasia.
Tales of Aphasia. It sounds, oh my god, that sounds like not even wrong. Tales of Aphasia sounds 100% accurate to a real Tales of game.
I always wonder how they come up with these names for medical terms.
It's always some convoluted, stupid thing too. And you can tell